Good morning. What is up, YouTube? And welcome back to my crypto journey live stream here for Coffee and Crypto on a fantastic Tuesday days. Ladies and gentlemen, I ran out of creamer this morning, but you know what? I'm drinking my coffee black and it's actually pretty good. I did put about 50 Splendas in this bitch, but it's very, very good. Do me a favor, smash that like button before we get started. I hope yours is fired up as I am on a Tuesday morning, baby, because it's going up on a Tuesday. Let's get it. And we have some pretty good news stories for pretty much, a boring cryptocurrency market midweek. We have updates to the FTX and SBF saga. Now, yesterday, I was on the Crypto Hour on Twitter. Now, first of all, if you're not following me on Twitter, link to my Twitter is in the description of this video. Jake Gagan and I go live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Twitter for the Crypto Hour, right? And one thing we talked about was being tired of this whole SBF and FTX situation, but some pretty big news has come out that we have to really talk about. Dogecoin is absolutely sending today, where everything else is just kind of trading sideways, not doing much. I'd say the most noticeable gains are Dogecoin and Cardano. The economic slowdown is going to continue. We're going to watch a video from my favorite, we could say financial influencer in the space in Clear Value Text. And we have a huge W for cryptocurrency, and more specifically for a project called Library that could affect the situation with the SEC versus XRP. But first, I got to say what's up to the chat. I got to greet the family. Make sure to smash that like button and say what's up, baby. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? How y'all doing? Good morning, good morning. Steve, good morning. And of course, if you're new to the channel, we start the news at the 5-minute mark. So if you're watching this a little bit later, you might want to skip ahead because we got to say what's up to the chat first, say what's up to the degenerates. Steve the Canadian, good morning. What's up, baby? Mizzy Matt, Javi got the coffee ready to rock, baby. Yes, please smash and subscribe if you like being here. What's up, Eric? Good morning. Good morning. Champagne, what's up, Bernie? I'm outside in the AMG, right outside, ride knees. What's up, Sacco Hunt? Somebody speak to my manager. James Minton, good morning. What's up, that guy? Boomer effing Sooner. I have $20 in crypto to send you, Boomer effing Sooner. Jay Hawk, what's up, baby? Maddie B. Jay Linda, Bud Yeti, Beaver Lumber. No ordinary lumber. Edgar, good morning. Racket Club, what's up, baby? I need to cop one of those sweaters, bro. I need to cop one of those sweaters. XXI Gaming. Joshua says Luna Classic stablecoin is pumping. Nice. All right. Pantherman, what's up, baby? Long time no see, Pantherman. How you doing, bro? Mr. Fuji is XRP Army in the house. There's some good news for you guys. We'll talk about this. I saw Cryptos R Us cover it. No one else is really covering it. It was on the front page of Cointelegraph. So obviously, if you Google crypto news, you're going to see it. But it's very interesting. Tracy G, Web Twerp. Ben Farad, Janet, how you doing? Yes, good morning, future millionaires. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Thank you so much. Voltronics, Volt Army in the house. What's up, babies? What's up, Slim Cheeses? And guys, make sure to check out my sponsors for the month. Of course, #ad, Cookies Protocol, and Volt Inu. Links to both of their projects is in the description down below. Do some research on them. Check them out. Very, very decent projects, especially Volt Inu going absolutely nutty. Well, it did, right? Pumped really massively in this bear market. What's up, Jason? How you doing? Yes, we are all crypto players. I mean, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Cryptocurrency is boring right now, but this is the time you got to get in, kind of tough it out, thug it out, you could say, right? Buy some of your favorite projects and hodl, right? Do your research, spend some time researching. The hype is gone. The crazy green candles are gone. The FOMO is gone for now, at least. And I do believe we're going to have some pretty bad price action coming up the next week or so when it comes to the Federal Reserve. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens, guys. I'm looking forward to a big dump. Who knows? But there are signs of an economic slowdown happening. Yes, only the strongest will survive. Boomer says $20. Nice. I need some eggs. You guys hear about all that egg, like the egg factories, like burning down or something crazy like that, right? It's kind of weird. Doge is actually pumping, which is interesting because usually when Doge pumps, SHIB pumps, but we haven't seen the pump from SHIB. What's up, Blockchain Betty? How you doing, baby? What's up? Web Twerp. FOMO is Floki pumping right now? Jeez. Thank you so much, Javi. Yes, I did a tectonic video yesterday. I'll make another one today, and we'll be going live on my dating and relationships channel a little later today. I'll hit you guys with that schedule later. But if you came yesterday and you liked it, let's continue the momentum. All right, guys, let's get into our first story, which is the FTX saga continues. Now, the crazy thing is, right, when SBF, when we heard he was going to be going to jail, right, getting arrested, his bond was set at 250 million, 2 million, not thousand, $250 million. So of course you have to pay 10% of that, right? Or something like that. So it's roughly $25 million in order to get bond. Well, what we knew from the FTX and SBF situation is he didn't have that much money, or so we thought. I mean, he told us he only had $100,000 to his name. Now, it turns out recently, he had $50 million frozen in a bank account, but it turns out one of the biggest mysteries, right, was that who paid for his bond? Because Bernie Madoff's bond was set at $10 million, and of course 10% of that is what, $1 million. So he was able to. I think Bernie Madoff was able to pay that, right? And so a lot of us are saying, look, why the hell is SBF, afforded this sort of luxury? Like, he wrecked a lot of people. Why should he get bond? But they set it so high, they didn't think this man was going to be able to pay it, but he did. And we were like, well, who paid it for him? Well, that information just may be revealed. Now, I'm not so worried about SBF being a flight risk. That man cannot go anywhere without somebody recognizing his name. But some of the issues that have happened over the last month or so is that he's been on the internet doing some crazy things. Like, apparently he's contacting ex-FTX employees, right? And he's doing all kinds of shady things, right? And that's not good, because his main, you could say, tool of disaster, right, of evil, was like the internet and just being online, right? So check this out. FTX, SBF's $250 million bond guarantors ordered to be made public. Very, very interesting. So the identities of these individuals were concealed after SBF's parents were subject to threats. So that was the issue, right? So of course, SBF's parents flew to the Bahamas to defend him, which was crazy to me. Right? They flew to the Bahamas to defend this man. But that wasn't all. The possibility of the two being dragged to media scrutiny and harassment despite having no connection to the FTX case was highlighted. However, Judge Kaplan said, now, of course, if the people fronted the money for the family, maybe a family friend doing them a favor, they didn't want to be harassed, right? But the judge says, wait a minute. He says, the information at issue is entitled only to weak presumptions of access, yet the countervailing factors are not sufficiently persuasive to overcome even that presumption. It says, it should be noted that the judge believes both sides of the argument did not contain much weight, yet he went ahead with the applications for the limited purpose of asserting the public claim right of access, the identities of SBF's guarantors. To enable an appeal, U.S. District Court Lewis Kaplan pushed the implementation of this order. Additionally, several media houses, including Associated Press, Bloomberg, CNBC, Dow Jones, the Financial Times, Insider, and the Washington Post, previously penned a letter to Judge Kaplan regarding the same. The attorneys of these media firms further said the public's right to know Sam Bankman-Fried's guarantors outweighed their privacy and safety rights. So the judge is pretty much saying, okay, we understand that there's some safety concerns. We understand they have privacy concerns, but the public deserves to know who fronted the money for these guys. Are they politicians? Are they family friends? Are they regulators? Are they all three? Are they two of the three? I mean, who knows, right? That's going to be very, very interesting. Now, our boy Jake Gagan, of course, my business partner when it comes to the crypto hour, this motherfucker got a little quote, you know what I mean, from Watcher Guru. So Jake posted Kevin O'Leary right now. So Kevin O'Leary may be one of the people who was fronting the money for his bond. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy to see. So American billionaire investor Bill Ackman also named Surface as he previously backed SBF amidst the fall. So another billionaire, Bill Ackman, could be the one that helped front SBF the money. Very, very interesting, right? So very, very interesting. So who paid his bond? You know what I mean? What do you guys think? Do you think it was Mr. Wonderful Kevin O'Leary? Now, I think Kevin O'Leary, unfortunately, his reputation may be ruined for forever, right? Yeah. unfortunately, because a lot of people loved him from Shark Tank, but at the same time, a lot of people were like, dude, you were soft on SBF in this situation. He wrecked a lot of people, and you came out and defended him. And now we know in hindsight that was a mistake, right? Okay. All right. The next part in the FTX, Almeda research SBF situation. So check this out. Almeda research seeks to recover 446 million in crypto paid to Voyager after lender's bankruptcy. Okay. What? So Almeda research is going after Voyager, the bankrupt cryptocurrency exchange. What? Now, okay. This doesn't make any sense, right? Because Almeda research, obviously not the same thing as FTX, right? It's the trading firm that SBF ran, that they were kind of sending funds and mismanaging funds between FTX and Almeda research, right? Now they're trying to get pretty much $500 million from Voyager, and Voyager's going through their bankruptcy process. So it's like Almeda research is bankrupt, Voyager is bankrupt. They're trying to get their money from them. It's like, wait, what? Okay, here's the messed up part about all this. Now we just learned recently. First of all, we know that recently Binance.us won the bid to buy Voyager's assets. So during Voyager's bankruptcy, FTX wanted to buy the assets of Voyager, but of course now they're all under, and of course Almeda Research is under. Well, since then, a judge allowed Binance to, after a little bit of trouble, they allowed them to buy the assets of Voyager. And we have this weird like three-way thing that's kind of messed up, because now a couple days ago we found out the creditor list of FTX, and we know that they owe Binance money. So it's like, okay, wait. So who pays who first, right? So does FTX pay Binance back, then Binance buys Voyager, then Almeda Research successfully sues Voyager for $500 million. It's like, how does that work? You know what I mean? It's all a big shit show. Obviously it's a little different from each company to company, but it's a little weird, right? It's like a big payments love triangle. It's just kind of messed up, right? So that's it's very interesting. This seems like a big desperation move, in my opinion, when it comes to Alameda Research, just trying to get a large chunk of money so they could pay back a lot of people that are affected in this situation. I mean, what do you guys think about this? This is kind of crazy, right? This is super, super crazy. And of course, obviously, Binance US is not the same as Binance.com. So maybe this is the Binance.com. But when this list came out of the people that FTX owed money, I'm like, Netflix, Binance, Wall Street, like, what? That's kind of crazy to me. Good morning, WebTorp. Good morning, Edgar, Pantherman. What's up, baby? Racket Club. What's up, Twitch Radio? What's up, baby? We have to say Tom Max is in the house. What's up, Making True Money? How you doing, baby? The coffee's I think I'm gonna have my coffee black all the time. The coffee is busting today, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Melissa. How you doing, baby? This is crazy, right? Absolutely crazy. So we'll see what happens, but I thought this was very, very interesting. It's like a big love triangle when it comes to the FTX SBF situation and who owes who money, right? So we'll see if that actually works out. To me, it seems like a desperation move because they really need some sort of capital to get things going. And it seems like SBF is doing anything he can to raise money to defend himself, because it's going on trial in October, and it's going to be very, very expensive. Very, very expensive. Okay, so the next story. Now, Dogecoin is absolutely sending today. And of course, we're not big Dogecoin people on our channel, but obviously Dogecoin kind of means a lot to us in this space, right? Now, what does Dogecoin represent for us? Well, Dogecoin represents, let me go ahead and write down my timestamps. Dogecoin represents pretty much our entire cryptocurrency channel, right? We started this cryptocurrency channel because of meme coins, right? Of course, Dogecoin is, was made for fun, and then Shiba Inu was created as the Dogecoin killer. And of course, after Shiba Inu, I think Shiba Inu was really the big player when it comes to, just like the start of the meme token madness, right? What's up, Believes? How you doing? Sacco. Yes, Sacco gave me $20 for beer, but I'm still on coffee, baby. Dogecoin's big for us, right? And Elon Musk has been the champion of Dogecoin. And I do believe If it wasn't for Elon Musk, Dogecoin wouldn't be in the top 10 cryptocurrencies. I don't think it would. It's always in the top 10, at least hovering around the top 15. And I think if Elon Musk wasn't around, although it's been in the top cryptocurrencies before, I think that as time went on, Elon Musk is the big reason why Dogecoin has been pretty relevant. Anytime you post a picture of it, remember last bull run when you posting a picture of a dog and those sort of things, like Dogecoin went absolutely nutty. Okay, well, it's pumping today. Why? Well, Elon Musk wants Twitter payment systems to accommodate crypto. Well, is it going to be Dogecoin? Right? Obviously, Twitter's under new management. Elon Musk took over a company that was hemorrhaging money, and it's been rough for Elon Musk since. I mean, this guy, Tesla, SpaceX, now Dogecoin. And a lot of people didn't like the fact that he was moving to Twitter because he's very, very active on Twitter. Very active. I mean, if you guys follow him on Twitter, you know Elon Musk is very, very active. And a lot of people were saying, well, hey, man, I like Tesla, right? A lot of people like Tesla. It's like, hey, man, stop, with this Twitter stuff, focus on Tesla, because Tesla was taking a hit a few months ago. Now, Tesla's been recovering nicely since then, and the sentiment has changed a little bit towards Tesla, but Tesla was going through a lot of FUD. I mean, earnings didn't look the best. Elon Musk was selling Bitcoin, right? Elon Musk was selling lots of shares of Tesla, like $3.5 billion to help fund Twitter. And people are like, hey, man, why are you destroying Tesla to help this dying company and Twitter? Well, it turns out things are starting to turn around. And we saw that with ads and those sorts of things. Like advertisers are starting to come back to Twitter, right? Because they realize that it's not so bad. But one of the things Elon Musk wanted to do is have some sort of payment system in Twitter. Now, will they accommodate Dogecoin as well as obviously regular fiat? Interesting. That'd be absolutely insane and super valuable for Dogecoin, right? Dogecoin to me is a true commodity when it comes to cryptocurrency because it's just a store of value. You use it to buy things. It's not a token. It's not like shares in a company. It's not like Shiba Inu. It's a store of value. And that's the main difference, in my opinion, between Dogecoin and something like Shiba Inu. Obviously, one's a coin and one's a token, right? And a token is something that's built off of another blockchain, right? And a coin is like the blockchain, you could say, right? So that's the difference between Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. But will it be used for Twitter? What do you guys think? Do you think we're going to be able to use Dogecoin for in-game payment systems? Interessante, huh? Interessante. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So it says Twitter is designing a system to permit payments through a social media platform. And although billionaire owner Elon Musk wants it first and foremost to be for fiat currencies, right? So of course, first fiat, obviously, he wants the ability to add cryptocurrencies later. The Financial Times reported Monday. So obviously, if they're going to add cryptocurrencies to the system, because there's already NFTs, right? You can change your profile picture to NFTs, and of course, instead of I think it's a circle, it's like an octagon, right, or a hexagon or something like that. That's how you can tell it's an NFT. So we'll see what happens, but that's very, very interesting. Now, of course, you can use Dogecoin to buy Tesla merch, right? That's pretty awesome. So of course, obviously, the main stories of the morning was Dogecoin is soaring while Bitcoin lags, thanks to Elon Musk again, of course. So it's nice to see Dogecoin sending in the middle of pretty much nothing going on in crypto. Guys, there ain't shit going on in crypto, right? We did have a big win today, and XRP is not pumping, which I thought it would pump. And we'll get into that story right now because I think that's very, very interesting. But first, let's get into a video from our main man, Clear Value Tax, and talk about the economic slowdown. Now, a lot of people think we're going to have this crazy bull run, right? A lot of people think that we're going to just skip all the madness and cryptocurrency and the markets are going to send again. But guys, it doesn't seem like that is the case. You know what I mean? It just doesn't seem like that's the case. Even though I love to see the hype on Twitter, even though I love to see, big green candles, it just doesn't feel like we're there just yet. So let's watch this video from Clear Value Tax and see what our main man has to say. Now, I actually joined his Patreon. It's very good information. Do what you want with your money, but it's an easy $15 for me to spend a month. And let's see exactly what's going on with the economy.
Signs of further economic slowdown. In today's video, we're covering 4 topics. The first one's GDP, 2, unemployment, 3, the health of the US consumer, and 4, the inverted yield curve. So we're going to begin with GDP. Adjusted for inflation, GDP rose at an annual rate of 2.9% in Q4 of 2022. That's represented by the green bar. This is slightly down from 3.2% in Q3 of 2022. It's down from 6.9% in Q4 of 2021. You can see the economic contraction during the Great Recession, as well as during the pandemic. So during the pandemic, it goes even lower. It just got cut off the charts. I do not believe that this recession will be as severe as those, but as you can see, we're not in the thick of it yet, so not even close. So I want to point out that in Q1 and Q2 of 2022, those smaller red contractions, so that was mostly attributable to the trade deficit. Exports add to GDP, imports subtract. During the pandemic, we were exporting less and importing much more. So regarding this GDP report, it was the strength of the US consumer. It was consumer spending that helped to drive fourth quarter gains.
So obviously people are still breaking bread and still spending money, right? Now let me know in the comments, are you guys spending a lot more money in your everyday lives? Are you starting to penny pinch? Let me know what's going on with you guys. I mean, it's hard to tell what's going on on these large scales. And obviously this is not a huge sample size on my channel, but let me know how are your guys' everyday lives going? Are you penny pinching? Are you spending more? Is it kind of the same? What's going on?
It basically means that US consumers, they're still spending at healthy levels. Consumer spending averages 68% of GDP. That's at pre-pandemic levels. In Q4, it was at 70.6%. What hurt GDP was the weakening housing market and cost cutting from businesses. Okay, so for 2023, we're starting off the year January 1st with some good stats, 2.9% annual growth. However, as you can see, we are on a downward trajectory and we're losing momentum. So if you want confirmation, you could just listen to the earnings calls by companies on the stock market. The theme is a slowing economy and slowing demand. But I mean, I don't think that's news to anyone, but it's just confirmation. So here's the situation. Inflation hit 9.1% in June. The Federal Reserve, they turned off the money printers, they raised interest rates. That has brought inflation down to 6.5%, but it's also putting pressure on the US economy. So some sectors, they're more interest rate sensitive than others, and they're feeling the pain more quickly than others. So take a look at real estate. That's a good example. Mortgage originations, they're down 86% year over year. So I don't think anybody's going to argue that monetary policy is dictating the economy. So the Federal Reserve is hoping that their restrictive monetary policy, it's going to bring down inflation and only slow down the economy and avoid economic contraction. So in plain English, the Fed is hoping that the economy will continue to grow, but just at a slower rate. So this is what they mean when they say a soft landing. They don't mean a mild recession. They mean maintaining positive GDP. So Luke Tilley, the chief economist at Wilmington Trust said, and I quote, "If we continue to get strong job growth and consumer spending on services, and companies do not cut back on capital expenditures, I think that adds fuel to the soft landing story."
So of course, there's like a theory that we're gonna have some sort of soft landing and no like crazy recession and those sorts of things, and it just seems so hard to believe that, right? Let's continue. And I'm reading all your comments, and of course, you know, I see some of you guys are, you guys are. It's harder to make ends meet. Jayhawk says he has money to spend. Crypto Art said he's spending more money on chicken wings. Brad said every day of his life is fucked. Straight up a degenerate. Hilarious. Let's continue.
And a lot of people are buying into this story. They believe that the worst is over and they believe a soft landing. However, there are many people that are skeptical of this because of economic indicators. So listen, people do not want a recession. However, people don't want to be out of touch with reality either. So I believe that we're all adults and that we can handle the truth. If there's going to be a recession, there's going to be a recession. We just don't want to be misled or unprepared. So I just want to have an honest conversation about this. So let's talk about the labor market and unemployment. So first, you have to understand that real wages are down and they continue to decline. So according to the government, the purchasing power of everyday Americans fell. Wage growth has not been keeping up with inflation. So that trend, it's expected to continue this year.
Obviously, it's not good, right? The value of our dollar goes down, but you know, people are not making more money. Interesting.
And to make matters worse, unemployment will rise. So job cuts have been accelerating at tech companies.
I mean, look, we're seeing this a lot. Like cryptocurrency companies are cutting, Amazon, and all these big cryptocurrency, tech companies are starting to cut. We're seeing a lot of job cuts, and I'm seeing a lot of job cuts with just my average friends, right?
Tech, they don't like to call it downsizing. They like to call it right sizing. It sounds better. Outside of tech, they call it what it is. They call it layoffs. In 2022, the tech sector announced 97,000 job cuts. This is up 650% compared to 2021.
Jeez.
And when companies announce layoffs, they usually do them in multiple rounds. So they're probably not done yet. IBM announced 3,900 layoffs. Salesforce, 8,000. Microsoft, 10,000. Alphabet, so Google, 12,000. Amazon, 18,000. And now the layoffs are starting to spill outside of tech. Dow Inc., so that's the big chemical company, announced 2,000 job cuts. They're trying to achieve $1 billion in cost reductions. 3M in manufacturing announced 2,500 job cuts. They're saying that demand has weakened significantly in late 2022 and expect lower sales in 2023. So we see it spreading into finance and banking. Bank of New York Mellon, 1,500 jobs. Goldman Sachs, 3,200 jobs. We see it in retail, Bed Bath & Beyond. And there's going to be more layoffs when the bankruptcies come, more bankruptcies come. And I want to say this because I think this is very important. Something that I don't like about the headlines for unemployment and the unemployment reports is that they can be very misleading. So the rate of unemployment is cited at 3.5%. However, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce just wrote that we have 2.95 million less workers today compared to pre-pandemic levels.
Jeez.
So you can see that from the labor participation rate. So it's not hidden data, but the headlines can be very misleading. If you can't find a job for long enough, then you're no longer considered unemployed. However, I don't want to discount the fact that many seniors decided to retire early under good or bad circumstances. Anyways, just take that into consideration when you read the headlines. That's all I'm saying. Regardless, unemployment will go up. The expectation is to 4.4% to 4.9% this year. That means more than 1 million more job losses this year. And if it continues into 2024, then it could be more. Now, GDP was propped up by the strength of the US consumer. Okay, so for this year.
So what he's pretty much saying is that, our economy is being propped up by you little degenerates still spending too much money. Stop spending money, you little weirdos. Stop aping into shit coins. MK2000 says, Rodney is so professional now. What happened to the days of being a pirate and getting that booty? Here's the thing, okay? I never stopped getting that booty. 1, okay? 2, stop spending so much money. And if I sold some degenerate vitamins, would you guys? I'm just gonna sell eggplants. I'm gonna ship you guys eggplants, okay? Got to get there quick though, because they have a quick, it's produce, right? Crazy, right?
We know what we have in store for us. It's the continuation of declining real wages, so purchasing power falls, unemployment is going to rise, and we know that retail sales are declining. Americans are cutting back on their spending. The U.S. Commerce Department reported that retail sales fell by 1.1% in December, following a 1% drop in November. So Moody's vice president said, and I quote, "There are cracks appearing in the resiliency that consumers have shown in 2022. As higher prices and interest rate increases finally take their toll." So Moody's expects that consumers will now be more selective in their spending and will postpone purchases. And the data shows that more Americans are now relying on their credit cards for day-to-day living expenses. So 46% of credit card holders carry a balance month to month. And now, because of higher interest rates, it's more expensive to do so.
Now, let me guys know in the comments, are you guys relying on your credit card a lot? Let me know. You don't have to share that information, but do you guys have a huge balance on your credit card? Credit cards are especially brutal because they have insane interest rates, right? Insane, right? 20% usually, at least 18, 19%. It's not even on the best ones, right? Now, credit cards are obviously a great tool to use if you're smart with them, because if you have something like a Chase credit card or something like that, literally you could travel for free if you space it out. But unfortunately, credit cards give us this false sense of like hope and security because you have all this money that can be fronted to you whenever you want it. You just got to pay it back slowly over time. But they're brutal, right? You rack up a credit card debt, man, you're going to be stuck in that thing forever unless you aggressively pay it off. Let's continue.
Credit card defaults are rising, and a lot of households, they're not facing the reality, and they're not adjusting their spending habits. So please don't let this happen to you, because the economic situation is going to get worse before it gets better.
Nice.
Okay, so the narrative in the mainstream media is a soft landing. The thesis is on the strength of the US consumer and a strong labor market. But the data is screaming in our face that the US consumer is weakening and that unemployment will go up and that negative real wages will persist.
So when we talk about like the reasons why we think the cryptocurrency market can't send, right? Now this is all based on, well, there's no retail in crypto. People don't. All these signs are telling us that the markets for cryptos are not going to. They can't send again. It's not that we don't want them to send. It's just they can't send again. No matter what Bitcoin chart you look at, no matter what chart you look at that pumped at 3 a.m. on a full moon on a Thursday night. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Like we need to look at this information so we know where we want to put our money. Right now, obviously, buying this dip right now could be good because cryptocurrency, especially top strong projects, are at a steal. But is this going to be the best opportunity to buy? Right? Who knows?
So that's why I'm skeptical of this narrative. And outside of U.S. consumer data and unemployment, you have the bond market indicating a recession. The yield curves are inverted. A yield curve inversion, the 2-year and the 10-year, has preceded every recession since the 1960s. So obviously you can't just look at the inversion to predict a recession, but this is just an additional warning sign. The yield curve has accurately predicted the last 6 recessions. All right, so I'll end with this. The street estimates for this year are real GDP growth in the US will be 0.3%. CPI inflation will end the year at 4.0%. Unemployment, 4.5%. 10-year treasury yield will be at 3.8%. I believe that we will not have a soft landing. However, I do not believe that this recession will be as bad as the Great Recession.
Nice. Inflation,
it's my belief that it'll get stickier in the 5% range, and the Fed will have to maintain a hawkish stance for the time being. So what I'm saying is that things will get worse before they get better. But I just want to say, listen, it's not going to be the end of the world, and a lot of economic opportunities will arise during the turmoil. So be prepared. Don't get yourself into financial trouble as the economy worsens, and jump on the opportunities when they pop up. When there's blood in the streets, you buy property. So I'm not talking about not just realty, not just physical real estate. I'm talking about stocks, cryptos, also real estate. As they fall in price, that's the best time to buy. Please subscribe. I thank you for all the support. And wish you a very nice day.
No, obviously, we think he's hilarious, right? He always sounds a little pissed off, right? He always sounds a little pissed off when he's talking to us. But that's the news we need, baby. Give us the raw. Give it to us raw. Give us the news raw and uncut, baby. We need the doom, right? But yeah, I mean, it's a tale as old as time, right? When there's blood in the streets, bye, baby. Bye. Say Tom card in the house, baby. What a scam, right? What a fucking scam. What a scam. What a blatantly scammy product, right? Yeah, we're gonna be DeFi, but we're gonna ask for your name, email address, and address and phone number. Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, this is crazy right now, right? So be careful during these hard times, guys. If you're racking up credit card debt to do crazy shit you want to do, consider saying no and putting it off till you can actually you're in a better spot to do so, right? So what do you guys think about all this? I was reading a lot of your comments, and a lot of you guys are saying you're having to penny pinch, but a lot of you are also saying that you guys are paying off your debt. You don't have any credit card debt. Good for you. Big A says, I use credit cards for convenience and points and pay off the entire balance each month. Brad says, if I can't buy it with cash, then I don't need it. G Vibe says, I'm paying it all off next month. Joan Carver says, just paid all my credit cards down to 10% yesterday, which is good because that's a big category on your credit report. Now, the thing about the credit card usage is like, it's not too bad, right? Which is something, I mean, unless you have insane credit card debt, then your credit card usage is one of those categories on your credit score that you can obviously fix month to month, right? You could pay it off. It could be 0 1 month. And obviously the ideal, credit card usage, you want to between 0 and 10%. That's going to keep you green in that category. Anything over that is going to push your score down a little bit. But obviously, like say for 1 month, you have 50% of your credit card utilization because you've been spending money and your credit dunks like 20, 30 points. The next month, obviously, you could pay it off. And once your statement comes out on your credit card, then your credit report will look a little better. So credit cards are one of those easy. Just don't miss a payment, right? Always make the minimum payment. Now, unfortunately, in my early and mid 20s, I fucked up my credit so bad. And it took me forever to get my credit score back up. And even to this day, I can't even get 800 because I need more time. But I mean, it took me forever to get my credit score past like a 750 or a 740, right? And honestly, if your credit score is past like a 740, you're Gucci, right? But it takes so long to fix things like missing a payment, and those sort of things. So even if your credit cards are insanely high, and you feel like you're swimming in debt, just make sure you make the minimum payment at least, right? Even if it's $25 or $30, do what you can to do that. But ideally pay it off every month so you don't get caught in a vicious cycle, right? Now, let's move on to the next story, right? So shout out to Clear Value Tax. I did join his Patreon. I know Chris E did as well. I know he's not here this morning, but Chris E did as well. You should really consider checking it out. It's some of the best money I spend. Very good information, and he puts more content on his Patreon. Obviously, I can't show it because I'd probably get in some sort of real trouble for sharing a paid thing that he does. Anyways, the next story has to do with XRP. Now, recently, in November, Library, right, a cryptocurrency project, sold tokens as security. Federal judge rules. So the SEC sued Library last March on allegations it sold its native Library tokens in violation of federal securities law. So recently, the SEC has been going after cryptocurrency products, saying that they are pretty much selling unregistered securities, right? They're giving you things for the promise in return of profits, right? So pretty much, if you're going to do something like that, like stocks, you have to tell people, you have to register with the SEC. Now, some cryptocurrency products register with the SEC, but a lot of cryptocurrency products say, hey, no, we don't have to register with the SEC. We're not securities. Now, one of the biggest battles in our space is XRP. Shout out to the XRP army, duking it out with the SEC in court, whether, hey, man, are you a security or not? Did we issue unregistered securities? Or is the SEC just on a massive witch hunt because they hate cryptocurrency? Now, I do see both sides of the argument. Makes sense to me. You know why? Because I think that some of these cryptocurrency products are just like shares in a company. We talk about this all the time, right? We talk about this all the time. It makes sense to me. It just does make sense to me. But things like Bitcoin, obviously, that's just a store of value, a true digital currency, a cryptocurrency, but still a currency, is still a commodity, in my opinion. But where's the actual headline? SEC, this is today, settles on securities claim in library case. Community calls it a big win for crypto. The SEC was hoping to seek affirmation on an ambiguous injunction after scoring a victory during a hearing in November, but judges made it clear that the judgment was only for the direct sale. So the United States Securities and Exchange Commission admitted on the record that the sale of library credits, LBC tokens, in the secondary market doesn't constitute a security. The settlement came during an appeal hearing in the Library versus SEC case on January 30th. How big is this? I mean, how long is this video? Let's watch this. Oh, no, it's like 26 minutes. We're not going to watch this. I thought it was a clip. It says, in what many called a victory for the entire crypto industry against the SEC's overreach regulation by enforcement, attorney John Deaton settled a major debate during the appeal hearing. The SEC was awarded summary judgment in the favor during November 7th. And of course, this is where we got that first article from. The judgment categorized each sale of LBC token during a 6-year period as an investment contract without going into detail about the transaction specific. The SEC hoped to advance its efforts to gain legitimacy in the secondary market and bring under its purview as well. The SEC has asked the New Hampshire District Court judge to affirm the wide ambiguous injunction prohibits its sale. So it's not a clear win for Library, right? But it's they did get a little W against the SEC. Now, unfortunately, we're not seeing XRP really pump because of this. Why? Well, Library Token tweeted and said, many are calling yesterday's a victory for Library, but we haven't won yet. It doesn't matter if the judge says LBC is not a security if third parties exchanges are still too terrified of the SEC to work with it. That's the real test. Now, the SEC has come out and said many times, hey, man, if you're a cryptocurrency project or company, you need to come to us before we come to you, right? That means you need to sit here and register with us before we come after you and sue you for not doing that, right? Now, Library also reached out a few days ago and said, if you're in the crypto space and you're facing action from the SEC, we want to help. We'll give you as much information and help as we can about the SEC, about how the SEC behaves privately and confidentially. So message us on Signal. Let me retweet this. We're stronger together. So obviously going through the battle with the SEC, right? And those sorts of things, people, they know exactly, right? They know exactly how the SEC kind of handles themselves, right? So that's a big deal. So anybody going through kind of like the drama with the SEC, you should reach out to Library and see how they've been handling themselves privately and publicly and those sorts of things. Let me see if I can find a video on this, which is probably not out yet. No, all the old stuff is it's all like 26-minute long. But yeah, very, very interesting, right? So we'll see what happens, but this is a big W for cryptocurrency. But still, the issue remains like, hey, people are scared of the SEC and they don't want to work with the SEC, right? It's not that, maybe some of these cryptocurrencies are unregistered securities, because a lot of them are. I mean, it seems like that. But working with the SEC, they're kind of like a bully, right? It doesn't seem like they're very understanding in this situation. Like the XRP situation is interesting. Like before the SEC hit XRP with a lawsuit, they were like friends, and it seemed like they had a good relationship until the SEC came out and just sued them out of nowhere, right? That was like the whole history of that. So we'll see what happens if this is going to be a precedent in the cryptocurrency space, but it's very interesting to see. Yeah, Twitch Radio, that I would, but that's a very, very long video. And when it comes to the cryptocurrency news, guys, that's pretty much what's going on. So we'll just like kind of hang out and do some Q&A for the rest and see what's going on Watcher Guru. But that's pretty much it for the cryptocurrency news. So what did you guys think about any of today's stories? All right. Now, this is crazy. Check this out. And this is scary. So check this out. ChatGPT creator OpenAI is reportedly training its AI technology to replace software engineer jobs. That's kind of crazy. Do these ChatGPT things is insane. It's insane. Maybe Wes is running. If there is no company because it is decentralized, then it isn't like a stock. So you don't think a lot of these projects on the blockchain are not companies? Like technically not companies, but are actually companies? You're Gucci? It means you're good. Renaissance says, historically, Fed pivots approximately 2 years after pivot all goes down the drain. What do you mean? Mr. Future loves XRP, XLM, Corium, SHX on my top list for 2023. What's up, Mr. Future? Yeah, yeah. I was watching Crypto Mason guy talk about XRP. He's damn bullish. He seems to think that it's going to hit $10. He even bet 1K on it. I kind of had to laugh. Can't say, yeah, $10 is a lot, right? Now, what is that? A 20x XRP, roughly, right? That's a lot, right? $10 XRP is a lot. With their market cap size, that's a big market cap size, but not impossible during a bull market. What's its all-time high? What's XRP's all-time high? Jeez, this had an all-time high of $3. Jeez, $10 is a lot. I mean, look at a lot of things are possible. Is it probable? I don't know, right? As the cryptocurrency market grows, obviously the room for market cap grow, right? Now, it wouldn't make sense right now, but obviously as the cryptocurrency world grows, it'll do that. Chris Main says, Carl Ramrod, good to see you gapping super fresh today, slinging that news. Always slinging the news, baby. Let's go. You think $10 after the lawsuit? I don't know about $10. It can't. It'd have to be like a combination of like a some sort of cryptocurrency pump and winning the lawsuit, right? Twitch Radio says the SEC is mainly only a bully because of Gary Gensler. He has a vendetta out because nobody wants to use his software that a piece of shit. Damn. Twitch Radio off the top ropes. Let's go. Okay. Renaissance Connects. Yeah, I like Crypto Mason, but he is a big. He's like the people that like are dedicated to one cryptocurrency. Like those guys are like those guys are like super maxis for one type of crypto, right? Like you gotta listen to them, but you gotta understand that they are like that's their channel, and if they say anything bad about said crypto, then their community might turn against them, and they're like more concerned about like being nice to the community than telling the truth, right? That's the truth, right? Dude, ApeCoin is trending. What's up with ApeCoin? Why is ApeCoin trending? Why is it? ApeCoin trending. Yuga Labs is in some trouble. All right. ApeCoin's trending. I don't know why. It's trending on Twitter. Let's see what the Yuga Labs thing is. So SEC versus Bored Ape Yacht Club. This came out October. Let's see what legal experts say. And a lot of people like, have you guys seen of course, the Bored Ape Nazi video, which we did a reaction to, which is very interesting. Obviously, like that's not a coincidence. There are ties to Nazism, but I think they're trolls. I don't think they're racist and like anti-Semitic. I think that they're trolls and they just put a lot of those things in because they think it's funny, right? That's like the culture of like 4chan and some of the internet, which is kind of crazy. This whole rabbit hole is nuts. Right. We actually went through this rabbit hole on my channel. It was absolutely nuts. But it is kind of like shocking to see that these guys blatantly put these kind of these odes to like, you know, obviously white supremacy and stuff like that. But they're in a little bit of trouble with the SEC. Right now, of course, Bored Ape Yacht Club, the biggest NFTs in our space by far. Nobody's even close. Right. The most iconic, you could say, monkey JPEGs. Right. These are like the biggest, NFTs in our space. Now, remember when ApeCoin dropped, it was crazy to me. Like ApeCoin, when ApeCoin dropped, right? It was on every major exchange simultaneously. Those are connections, right? This thing dropped around $7, pumped to like what, $28 or something like that. Yeah, about $28, and then dumped massively, right? Massively. What's up, Chris Main? Are you going on with your Amish friend? No, Jake Gagan is on an airplane, so that's why we're not having the crypto hour yet. Javi says, "Can VVS and Tectonic hit 1 cent if possible?" Javi, I will do a video for you later today, and we'll talk about that. Okay, we'll talk about that. I'll do the math for you. So I'll do a video on that, Javi, for you. Promise you, I'll do a video on VVS and Tectonic tonight, and we're going to be going live on our dating and relationships channel later if you guys are into that sort of thing. So we'll talk about that. But it wasn't crazy how ApeCoin was able to get like listed on every major cryptocurrency exchange simultaneously, like out of the gate. That was nuts. That was like one of the easiest like ways to make profit during at the launch. Even though I didn't buy any ApeCoin, but do I own XRP? I do not. Actually, I do have a little bit. Yes, I do have a little bit in BNB wallet somewhere or MetaMask wallet somewhere. I think it's on one of my ledgers. I don't have a lot though. I don't have a lot. Crypto hour with Javi. Let's go, baby. Javi, I'll explain the math and the breakdown, how that works. I'll be honest too. You know, I'm not going to lie to you. You know, if there's one thing, I'm going to be honest with you about some price action. You know, Javi, Seiko says, crypto hour with Javi. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Javi with the 10. First of all, Javi, you are an absolute gem. Javi, you're an absolute gen. All my D-gens, you guys are absolute gens. I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me every single day. Just hanging out and being fired up to be here, baby. Can you imagine how it's going to be during the bull run? Can you imagine the hype? Can you imagine? Lord have mercy, baby. Lord have mercy. Twitch says, if it wasn't for my extreme anxiety, I would be pushing out videos. Guys, if you have an idea, just put out content. Twitch, put it out. Who cares, man? You know what's crazy is that I think that people like underestimate like the fact that some people just are fans. Some people just ride with you. Some people just like to hang out with you. You know the you know some personalities are for others, or some people like other people's personalities. If you have an idea, put it out there. Uh, Brad says, "Oh man, I ended up in giving us some relationship life advice last night. Holy shit, that made me feel old." I know it's crazy, right? It's crazy. Adrian says, "Tectonic baby 3x." Yeah, if you guys don't know, I have a Crow wallet, so I'm gonna buy some VVS. Finance a little later today. Yeah. And I have a Crow wallet just for like a stream wallet, just to invest in the Crow chain project, just because it's fun and you guys like it. It's good content. I got you, Renaissance. Renaissance, come hang out. I'll put I'm gonna go live. Okay, at 5 p.m. today, I'm gonna go live on my dating and relationships channel. It's just called Rodney. Let me go ahead and give you guys a link. It's just called Rodney. It's a good time. If you guys want to come and hang out, no question is too taboo. That's true, DJ. I mean, that is true. I don't give a fuck, right? People think that's true. I don't care what people think, And yeah, some people just can't like talk freely about things, especially if they work at a certain place and those sort of things. But you can ask questions anonymously. You know what I mean? Yes, G vibes. I'm way down with that, man. Shut up, Jayhawk. Yeah, me neither. Yeah. People thought like the Crypto King situation with the Moon King and Ian. A lot of people thought like I don't know. People started associating me with that type of stuff. Guys, I'm not going to do that stuff. The money is good, and I want to. Trust me. If I want to make a few $1,000s every day by shilling shit. I get it, or but yeah, it's just a lot. I think that over time, people you lose credibility with people, and I think a lot of those people are not here for cryptocurrency like for the long run. Like I want to make cryptocurrency news like well into the bull run after the next 10 super cycles, right? I'm going to do this as long as I can until I fucking die. Joe Carver says, would it be crazy if I got a Crow logo tattooed on my lower back? Nah, bro. Those are in, bro. Send me a picture. Just don't be like the Terra Luna guys, right? Remember the guy who got a picture of a Terra Luna tattoo? Did you guys ever see that? Let's see. Let's go to the Terra Luna tattoo. That shit was hilarious. This guy got a picture. Oopsie doodle. I mean, here's the thing. If this guy made a bunch of money on Terra Luna and cashed out, then I would keep that tattoo, right? I would keep it. I would keep it. Because he made the money, right? But, it's like getting a tattoo of your ex, your ex, you know what I mean? DJ says Roddy doesn't want a Netflix documentary about him shilling shitcoins. Absolutely not. Dylan, you think $10 trillion market cap for crypto next bull run? What do you guys think? What do you guys think a reasonable market cap for crypto is next bull run? Do you think 10 trillion? That'd be absolutely insane. Shut up, Jayhawk. You dumb as hell, boy. Dumb as hell, boy. $9 to $12 trillion. Jeez. 4 to 5, 8 to 10, 4 trillion. Nah, I think more than 4 trillion, Frank. Stop being conservative, Frank. Tell me lies. Janet says, I may not care for products like Satama and live finance, but hopefully, but I hope everything sends for everyone to experience financial freedom 100%. I want all you guys to make so much money. I want you guys investing in Tectonic for it to blow up and you become millionaires. I want you guys just to make money, I want you guys to be able to do what the hell you want to do, at least for whatever, maybe 5, 10, whatever, right? Just be able to have the financial freedom to do whatever the hell you want. DJ says 2 to 3 trillion. That's actually pretty big. That would mean that we would start approaching all-time highs again. That's interesting, DJ. Regulation will be at 20. Wow. That's crazy. Hitoshi says, I just Hitoshi says, I just upgraded to the iPhone 14 Plus, and goddamn, this bigger screen is not doing you any favors on that forehead, my guy. Hitoshi, good morning. How you doing, bro? How are you? Racket Club says 10 trillion and eggs will be $40 a dozen. God damn, I have to go grocery shopping today. What's up, Quentin? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Not too late for Tectonic? No. $25 million market cap? Absolutely not. What do you mean, DBTube? For crypto, 3 trillion. 3 trillion. 3 trillion something. Yes, we are all going to make it, Racket Club. Rodney's relationship channel is sponsored by Quagmire. Giggity, giggity. We are all going to make it, baby. We just got to stay persistent. Stay consistent and persistent, baby. Chris May says, right, I got the iPhone 14 Pro Max Alto, pay for YouTube so I can shut the screen off and listen in the background. Yeah, I pay for YouTube Premium, so like if I can listen to my favorite YouTube channels with like the screen cut off, right? I can lock my screen and still listen to it. Giggity, giggity. Oh, giggity, giggity. Yeah, I think 10 trillion. I think 5 to 8 trillion would be nice. 10 plus would be amazing. Them ETH gas fees right now, are they bad? Is Gwei bad? Let's check it out. To the Gwei tracker. If you guys ever want to know how bad the miner fees are, you just go to Gwei tracker and it'll tell you. These are not terrible. So OpenSea average is $3, Uniswap $10. Yeah, that's kind of a lot. And of course, transfers are $2. These are not bad. These are not bad. Swap $10 is not bad. I remember getting like quoted. How much did I get quoted? I got quoted. Here, let me see if I can go to some of my shorts and show you this crazy quote. Give me a second. Let's see if I can find that video. Damn. It's so good looking back at my old stuff and like seeing all you guys from the very beginning. It's crazy. Where is that? I got quoted 7K one day. It was ridiculous for a fucking swap. Absolutely not. Absolutely. Absolutely not. Yeah, I can't find that video, but I got quoted like it was insane, like 7K for. Obviously, I didn't do it, right? But oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Look at this. What was I swapping? I was swapping Hina into Saitama. These motherfuckers quoted me. Check this out. These guys quoted me $7,500. Look at that. Look at that. Some of y'all, who would do it? Some of y'all would do it. Some of y'all would do it, huh? You little degenerates. Yeah, smash that like button, baby. I used to have YouTube Premium, but when they had the last update, for some reason, I can watch in the background without. Really? Okay. I didn't. Well, you could do that with a small screen, but if you lock your phone, you can't do that. Blockchain says, "Yeah, I cut all my subscription except for Audible and YouTube. Lol, I need shit to listen to at work. Yeah, Audible is great. Blockchain, Betty, and yeah, YouTube. Like literally, you can like look for any podcast or anything. Like there's some YouTube videos that are obviously like a couple hours or like 30 minutes long that you could just have and lock your phone, put it in your pocket, and listen to it. Right? I have Audible too. I need to start listening to more books, to be honest. I've been here since the bad. Since the bad picture and bad sounds and e-news. Look at you now, my boy, sending it. Yeah, and look at here's the thing. Crypto's boring right now. Like, I mean, obviously, like when it came to like hype and stuff like that, like it was way more popping during the bull run. But you got to stay consistent, right? We got to keep staying consistent. Chevy fan says, "Can I add Kronos chain to MetaMask for Tectonic?" Yeah, it's very easy. So this is what you do, Chevy. So I'll give you a tutorial right now. Okay, so I have the Kronos mainnet on my MetaMask. Check this out. So what I would do is just, if I didn't have it on here, what I would do is first of all, you want to make sure you go to the right website. You don't want to connect your wallet to anything. So I'm going to go to CoinMarketCap first, then type in VVS Finance, right? And VVS Finance is the decentralized exchange for the Kronos chain. It's pretty much what Uniswap is to Ethereum and what PancakeSwap is to BNB. And before, what you would have to do is you have to Google how to add Kronos chain to MetaMask. And what you can do is do all these things and copy and paste the chain ID. This is the old school way, right? This is the old school way. You would literally have to go here, press add network, and copy and paste because it's not here. You have to add it manually, copy and paste all this shit, right? All this stuff. Yeah, whatever. But literally, all you have to do is go to the main decentralized exchange for that cryptocurrency, which is VVS Finance or just a exchange. It takes you to the website. My Kronos chain wallet's already connected, so let me disconnect that. But I want to connect my wallet. I'm going to try to connect MetaMask, and it's going to be like, hey, man, you want to connect with this account? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to connect. And it's going to say wrong network, right? And then it's going to say, hey, please connect to the appropriate network. I'm going to go, okay, switch to Kronos chain. And then it's going to be like, hey, man, do you want to add this? Do you want to add this network to your MetaMask wallet? So super easy. And you just put, yeah, okay. Make sure it's the right website. And you click approve, switch networks. And just like that, the Kronos chain is on your MetaMask wallet. So you don't have to manually copy and paste everything, right? It's super easy. The same thing applies if you have the BNB. If you're looking to get into Binance Smart Chain and you want to, get BNB tokens, you just go to their main decentralized exchange, which is PancakeSwap, right? Same thing. You go to their main decentralized exchange, you connect your wallet, right? Then, of course, it's going to say wrong network. It's going to ask you to switch the network. Now, the BNB chain's already on my MetaMask wallet. You click switch network, and it'll get you there. Same thing happens if you want to get to the Avalanche blockchain. I haven't tried it, but Trader Joe, I believe, is the Avalanche. Trader Joe website is, let's see, I think so. Can you go to Trader Joe? Let's see, Trader Joe's Avalanche. Let me make sure it's the right one. Same thing applies, right? Trader Joe's is the Avalanche decentralized exchange. Trader Joe's AVAX. Make sure it's a legit one. This is it right here. Green check mark. Boom. Connect wallet. MetaMask. It's connecting. Then it's going to say, hey, you don't have the Kronos chain, switch networks. Boom. Now it's on there. Super easy. So that's how you guys make sure you get on different networks. That's how you connect to different networks in DeFi, right? Super, super easy. So hopefully that helped you guys. So you guys can be degenerates on every other blockchain. Do I think ICP is going to go back to all-time high? I don't know what ICP is. Is that Internet Computer, the project? I don't know. I wasn't really into that, but it could. Now, here's the thing. Just because one project was hit an all-time high during the bull run doesn't mean it's going to hit it again. We saw a lot of projects not hit its all-time high during the last peak of the last bull run, right? So keep that in mind. Yeah, you're welcome, Quentin. You're welcome. You're welcome. Super easy to do. Super easy to do. Super, super easy to do. Maybe I should make a tutorial today, real quick on YouTube, how to connect to any block, how to connect to any network in MetaMask. Super, super easy to do. I'm not selling, says I'm late to the party. Why the Dogecoin image? I am not selling. It's because Elon Musk wants to use crypto for in-app payments on Twitter, and that's why Dogecoin is pumping, because people are assuming that it's probably going to be Dogecoin. So Dogecoin may be the currency used in the crypto in the Twitter ecosystem when it comes to payments. Renaissance says SBF may not get penalized that bad. Apparently, if one investor made profits from FTX more than once, FTX had not been looked as a fraud since its inception. Well, I don't know, maybe. G-Vibe says, I don't like MetaMask. I like MetaMask. I know it's kind of clunky, but I do like MetaMask. Trust Wallet's actually pretty good too. Now, always make sure, if you guys are connected to to exchanges, make sure you always disconnect, okay? Make sure you always pull out every time you're done using an exchange, okay? All right? Practice safe DeFi trading, okay? Make sure you practice safe DeFi trading. Don't be sticking your wallet in places and not pulling out. That won't be good for you. It's not good for you. All right, guys, with that, I'm going to get out of here. Now, be expecting a tectonic video later today and another stream on my other channel. It's not today, ML. I believe it starts tomorrow. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic day. Smash that like button on your way out. Hopefully, I could give you some good cryptocurrency news. So good seeing you this morning. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.